Hey, what's the deal? It's your boy Big Star, 2 Raw for the Streets, man. 2 Raw for the Streets Confessions here. Something that I've been thinking about, man, just kind of pondering on it for a long time. We all know mental health is real, 100% real, especially in the black community, amongst black men, holding things in and all that kind of stuff. But regarding like mental health and hip hop, I don't know if this has ever been a topic of conversation, but I would bet that a lot of these rappers have anxiety. So it has to be a lot of mental health in the rap, in the rap culture, especially with all the PTSD, the shootings and the violence that a lot of these, artists endure and experience, especially in our childhood lives and all that kind of stuff, or, childhood, teen, just in the communities, like, all throughout Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, these cities, they're war zones. So a lot of these, a lot of us experience, have the same type of experiences growing up that, U.S. soldiers may have when they go away to Iraq and, when they go to war. So, we're growing up with a lot of that stuff. And in our adult lives, we may not understand why we do certain things. Many of us adopt, self-coping mechanisms, self-medication, all that kind of stuff. So what I was thinking about was, why is it that rappers in general, and I think that the hip-hop, the rap culture is the only culture that does, well, no, I take that back. I'll just stick with what I know. Why is it that rap culture always, rappers feel always necessary to be intoxicated or high or under the influence when they're at work? And when I say at work, in the booth, at the recording studio, at a radio show appearance, at a concert, no matter what it is, what I'm saying? Not all, but, a good percentage of I just know a lot of individuals, like during my day, 2 Raw for the Streets and all that, guys would be at the recording studio, and in order for it to kind of get into the groove, they would kind of need to spark up an L, get the Henny out and kind of get into a certain type of groove in order to do their thing. A lot of guys at shows before a concert, they would have to kind of be under the influence, kind of like, go to an alternative reality or a different place in order to feel comfortable. And I'm thinking, like, is that anxiety? A lot of these guys suffer from anxiety, being nervous, and that's their way of coping, and like even now, like you see a lot of guys on like Instagram Live and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how many times I'll, something scrolls, something comes across my timeline, and it's a guy, either being interviewed or talking, and they have a blunt in their hand, So like psychologically, like, I think about those things, Is it a coping skill? Do guys, do they get nervous when they're being interviewed? Does the anxiety kick in? Do they have like some mental things going on that they just need to, that's their way of coping and relaxing enough to be able to articulate and express themselves? They kind of have to be, in that, under the influence in that way. It's just something I would always think about, man. So, I just know, I don't know why or what, but I just know that mental health is real. And it's a reason why, it's no mistake. It's a reason why, guys, rappers in particular, some may always feel like they have to have a blunt in their hand while they're being interviewed, at a radio station, at a concert. It doesn't matter what it is, at the studio, they have to be under the influence. I think it has something to, if somebody did some research on this topic, man, I think it, it's definitely connected in some type of way to mental health in the black community. That's my confession.